Hello, is that Tesco customer service? Yeah, great. Yeah, my name's Luke. I'm just calling because I placed an order yesterday, and there's a couple of items missing. Yeah, yeah. So I got the cucumber. Yeah, I'm missing the Vaseline. Yeah, yeah. I got the rope as well. Mhm. You're all out of shovels, right? Okay. Um, yeah, if you could just send the Vaseline, because the Vaseline and the cucumber are the most important parts. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Cheers. Bye now. So, hi guys, welcome back to Scalemotor. So today, I've just jumped on this because this has been delivered today, and we're going to do a little inbox review. I don't know if I've done one before. I know I done it for the GB Models kit, the upgrade set. So yeah, I don't think I've done one of a kit. I can't remember. I did film one, but it was terrible, much like this one's going to be. But anyway, it's this. It's this. We've waited a long time for this. Not this one, the one that goes the other way, because this one's backwards. I've waited a long time for this. Another bike kit by Tamiya and another motogp bike, and I am so glad it was this one. Like, so glad. This is probably my favorite GP bike, mainly because those exhausts, look at them. They are gorgeous. Yeah, they're amazing. So yeah, that's why I wanted to build this bike as well. Those pipes, they're great. Yeah. So like I said, quite a few people I know have been waiting for this. And I've seen a few people with it. And I've been insanely jealous because I haven't been able to order one, but I've got one. Yeah, so we're going to be looking through the box today. I've also got the fork set and the paint, colour match paints from Zero Paints. So I'm going to be using those on the build. I'm going to jump straight into this build. Literally, when I stop filming here, I'm opening the box and and getting away. It's been a bit of a busy day today. If you've seen the live show, what they did on the 20th of January over on ISM, you would have seen. I spent my morning putting together some Hobby Zone storage and everything, which was really annoying because I knew that kit was sitting behind me and I just wanted to get on with it. I've never bought a kit and then started on it straight away, apart from my very first kit. But yeah, I've been waiting for this ever since we found out it was being released, and I am a big fan of. I say a big fan, but I do really like Alex Rins. I think he's an excellent rider, and I'll be doing the Rins bike. I think Paul over at ISM, Paul is going. We're going to be doing this as a buddy build. I think he might be doing the Joan Mir bike. If so, that's really cool. Because it'll be a buddy build and we're both doing different bikes but the same bike. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I know Paul's putting an inbox review out of this today. I'm guessing his is going to be before mine because he's just so much quicker at editing and all that malarkey, but we'll see. Bit of a race. I think he'll definitely get the kit finished before me because he's like that. But anyway, we're going to be doing it as a buddy build. So, and we're both going to be video building it. So, you can follow along on both of our channels, and no doubt there'll be updates on our own personal pages and over on ISM Facebook page too. So yeah, let's jump into it. So this is So this is actually going to be the first time I'm looking in the box, apart from when I first got here, because it came in a box like this, with another box around it. And I'd also ordered the paint set and the fork set, which I couldn't find, but they were actually in the box. So yeah, been looking forward to this for a while. So let's have a look what's inside. Okay, I'm gonna pop move a couple of things. Move my keyboard. Put the lid there upside down. Just get that out of the way. So I'm gonna go through these little things in the side compartment first, and first thing we see is the nose cone and side pieces, and we've got the sorry for the rustling, and we've got the tank, which is molded in one piece, so there's no awkward seam line down the middle to deal with, and doesn't look like we've got much in the way of mold lines. Oh, I can see one there. Ah, yeah, I can see them now. Probably take a look. I don't know if you're gonna see them on the camera, but they come up here and just go around here on each side. Not going to be much of a problem. I think they'll be nice and easy to deal with, thankfully. And then the nose cone fairings on this bike are amazing. Got some seam lines here and here, nothing major, but I like how this is all one piece. Yeah, really, really, really cool. Pop them away, and then we've got our clear parts. I have looked at these because Paul said there was Paul over at ISM said that there was a blemish on his or something. I haven't seen the video yet because he's literally only just recorded it, but we've got the clear parts and they look excellent. Thankfully, there's nothing wrong with my screen. It looks pretty darn good to me. We've got our wheels here for the stand. There's 4 wheels, so there are 2 stands. That front stand with it? I don't think there would be. Of course, yeah, 2 on each side. Never mind, ignore me. And these for our knee pads. Our tank grips. They look nice and thin, which was one of the issues with the RC213V kit. I think these were a bit too thick in the kit. I know you can get aftermarket ones, but these look nice and thin, and they look like they'll do the job. So yeah, that's good. Oh, watch out for that one though. We've got a tiny. I'm guessing that's going to be for the brake on the brake light on the rear. But that is a small piece, and it's got quite a bit of detail on it. It's got a nice bit of texture. So yeah, like I said, I've been looking forward to this for a while, and everything I've seen, the kit just looks excellent. Got a standard with Tamiya bike kits. We've got our polycaps, rubber tires, some hose, some bigger polycaps. Cool. Okay. There's a solid bar here. That's going to be for the suspension. Speaking of suspension, we got a black spring here. We've got a standard lovely Tamiya screwdriver. Yeah, I don't think we need to open this. It's just the standard stuff you get in pretty much all the bike kits. Okay. Next bag. I'm gonna open everything and go over everything. What have we got here? Let's have a look. So mainly fairing pieces. I don't know what that is. I think that might be for the stand. But yeah, mainly, if not completely, fairing pieces. It's going to be on for the tank, I believe. These, if they're what I think they are, there's only one though, so I'm I'm probably wrong, so ignore me. I thought they were these ducts here, but evidently not. These are out. I'm guessing these are for the transponders and stuff which go on the back, and our winglets for the front, and our camera for the rear view, the 360 camera they have on the MotoGP bikes. Front mudguard is molded. The front fender is molded in 2 separate pieces, which is not much of a problem because I believe, not certain, but I think does that get carboned? No, it does not. That gets painted, but again, not a problem. We can use some sprue goo, or some filler or whatever to just sort that gap out. I can see here we've got these kind of vents molded in, which is really cool because I know some Tamiya kits don't have that. Like the YZF R1M. I had to cut those out on the tank, and the same on the CBR 1000R, all the R's. It wasn't molded in on there either, but the parts look great. I can't really see any issues. I can barely see a mold line. So yeah, that's good. Any couple of ejector pin marks, but they're going to be on the inside. It's not going to be much of an issue at all. Lovely, 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 jubbly. I really want to get into this now. So both me and Paul over at ISM have got one, and we're going to be doing a buddy build. So this is going to be the next build and the next video build. It's going to run alongside the Foose video build, which I've kind of started. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, because the Foose, I've got all the stuff. I've got all the videos recorded, everything. The kit is complete. I finished it. It's just I've got a mammoth amount of footage to go through. When I still hadn't finished putting the GT40 up. But I suppose I'm just falling into the same trap here. Anyway, next up we've got frame pieces and exhaust pieces. Now this is one of my favourite parts about this bike, is that exhaust. I think that exhaust looks absolutely amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to building the frame shape as well. I love the shape on the frame. Again, molded really, really well. Brand new Tamiya kit, so I don't expect you're going to see any flash anywhere at all. And the main thing I like to check on the exhausts is that seam line, because there's always going to be a seam line on the exhaust, but it doesn't look too bad. Still need some sanding and whatnot, but yeah, I'm not worried about anything so far. So in the kit you get the ends of the exhaust here, and they're molded solid. You could spend time drilling those out, but they're hexagonal, which might be a bit of a nightmare. You could sand from the back, but because of the shape, I'd be a little worried. You could sand from the back and leave kind of that hexagonal film, but it is a bit thin. But no doubt, painting them up and giving them a black wash, or even going over the top with black acrylic and then rubbing it off the top and leaving the black in the crevices. That could work too. It's not a problem for us because I'm going to be using the fork set, which come with which I bought with the bike, and that comes with PE for that. So, and the great thing is, there's no cutting or anything, but we'll get into that shortly. Not entirely sure what these parts are. I thought originally that was the like the screen dash, but there's two. So I'm guessing they're just going to be more fairing panels. Again, don't know what these are, but they look cool. They look like diagnostic plugins, maybe. I'm not sure. There's the dash. There's so much scope, I think, with this kit for detail sets, and I have no doubt that somebody's going to bring a detail set out in the future, and for that I cannot wait. I'll have to get another kit at least. So also in black, we've got our wheels, we've got our swing arm, we've got our chain. I always like to look at the edges of the chain, any seam lines or mold marks or anything. I'm guessing these are going to be the coil packs. Maybe pop a wire or two in there. That looks like it's going to be an exhaust valve of sorts. Just going to look through there. That is the styrene dampener, and there's a hole going right through. And looking at that, no, I don't think that's the part for a styrene dampener. That's interesting. There we go. There you go. So it looks like it's going to be a working styrene dampener, which is really, really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Trying to see other bits and bobs. We've got the airbox, more aero. Got our seats, got engine covers and cases. I like that clutch cover. That's really cool. Speaking of the clutch, I haven't spotted the clutch yet. It's probably on the engine sprue. But what I do like is these bars. So these grips, they don't look great there, but we've got pieces over here with all the pit limiter buttons and the buttons to change the mapping and stuff. So that's going to be some fine detail painting. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm guessing these are more like airbox parts, so frame parts. But again, molding looks great. No seam lines or anything to worry about. And all the ejector pin marks look like they're going to be hidden. So yeah. Yep, loving this so far. Now we've got to try and get it back in the bag. I said that as if it was going to be the hardest thing I've done all day. No, job done. Job done. Cardboard. Okay, cool. We have all engine parts. You can see the clutch from here. The clutch on the MotoGP bikes is one of my favourite parts. I think they look amazing. They're dry clutches, so they're not covered, so it makes it easier to service. Very, very serviceable. Yeah, and I just think they look awesome. Speaking of awesome, just scanning over this and the detail on some of the parts is amazing. Now you got the rear here. They have indents. Some MotoGP bikes will have indents, but they won't be drilled all the way through. So for stuff like that, I'm going to check reference where I can, just because I don't want to end up drilling all the way through if that's not the case. It was a main part of the clutch there. Is that the whole clutch? Any other parts to the clutch? I'm not sure. We'll find out. Engine cases. Rocker cover, cam cover, because it's going to have cams. Got a nice molded in Suzuki logo. That's really cool. It's a bit of a strange paint combination, I think. It's like a ceramic-y colour. So that's going to be fun mixing up. So we'll give that a go. We'll have a look at other colours in the colour callouts when we get that out. So fuel tank. These are suspension pieces. So these brake calipers, I think they look excellent. I really, really like those brake calipers. Yeah. And we've got a nice paddock stand, and normally I don't pay much attention to the paddock stand. I just whack it together and give it a coat of primer, then forget to paint it. But I think I'm gonna pay some attention to this one because it's got some nice detail on it. It's got the Suzuki logo molded in. Might try and give that a little paint. Yeah, we'll see. And now I love the fact that the radiator has got molded in weld seams, because oftentimes they're forgotten on kits. Yeah, that's good. It's really good. I like that. Got a forks. We've got the fork set, but I'm not sure exactly how much is in the fork set with regards to the forks. It looks like the main kind of this part is actually not in there, so I'm not too sure. We'll have a look now anyway, because we're going to get that out. Got some very tiny pieces here, and I don't know what they are. No idea at all. But yeah, again, like I've said through the whole thing, absolutely no issues looking at it. I'm guessing that's where those diagnostic plug things go in. But yeah, excellent looking setup. Great molding. We've got rear brakes here and various other bits and bobs. Yeah, happy with that. Looks like it's going to be a fun kit to build, and it looks like it should just go together absolutely lovely. I've seen a couple of builds already. I've seen a few. I've seen some videos. I haven't watched any videos yet, mainly because I wanted it to be a surprise when I opened the kit, and also I was insanely jealous that I didn't have the kit yet. And literally, this showed up. This has shown up today, and I've got straight to it. I mean, I say I got straight to it. I've been putting together some Hobby's own stuff and rearranging my bench and everything this morning. But yeah, we'll take a look at those last. Look what else we've got in here. So we've got a color call out. I love it when it's black and color. I love it when it's color. Use extra decals, so that's cool. So the yeah, I like that. That's the sticker they put on the front when he won. Yeah, it's nice that that's included. I like that. I won't be doing Joan Mia, just because I do like rins. I am quite a bit of a fan of rins, so we'll be building Rins's bike. It'd be interesting to see if there's any kind of parts which differ between the bikes, and we'll see that as we go along. This is a decal call out. Sorry, my phone is ringing. Can't be that important. Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see. We see we've already got different ones. Obviously, that's just because of the rider number and whatnot. 2020 was a momentous year for Suzuki as it celebrated the centenary of its establishment. Interesting. I do actually quite like reading these. So if you want to have a read, there you go. Move my finger. Yeah, it's very interesting sometimes. But I'm going to pop that back in the box. Tech tips. If you've never built a model kit before, read these and you'll be able to build it absolutely perfectly every single time. Tells you how to shake that. Something you need to know. Shaking. Anyway, we've got our instruction manual and it's a booklet. Yes, it's not one of those silly fold-out boys which just fill up the bench. There we go. Oh, what's going on there? Nothing. Hang on now. What's that? Oh. Correction. Refer to the numbers in the parts list when ordering replacement parts. That's fine. We're not going to need that. That is just one of those, but corrected. Ta-da! Right, okay. So yeah, we're just going to have a quick glance through. We've got colour callouts, paint required. As usual with the Tamiya bikes, it starts off with the engine. Looking good. So it's this car, TS42. So let me see what they've got TS42 as. It is light gunmetal. Okay. Oh yeah, LP20. I've got tons of LP20. Is that right? X33. That's the colour I'm thinking of. We've got XF16, X33. What have we got as X33? Bronze. Okay. I'm sure it's like a matte kind of ceramic. We'll see. We will see as we go along. I'll take a look at reference and whatnot. The big poly cap. That's for where the chain connects, I believe. The chain? No, can't be. Oh, so the clutch. Of course, that's where the clutch connects. Chain's on the other side. Melon. Anyway. Yeah, looking good. I'm not going to kind of bore you and just go through all this because you'll see it. I'll quickly flip through, and if you can stop it at anywhere, crack it on. Yeah, but it's the standard kind of put together, standard kind of directions you'd see with the Tamiya kits. Clear, concise. Yeah. Bike builds, I always find it a little bit more in-depth, and you've got to pay a little bit more attention to the instructions, just because in some cases things need to go on before other things, otherwise you end up with issues later on down the line. That wasn't part of the stand, it's just a strengthening piece for this, and that's where the seat connects. So we've got these bits now. Not too sure where they are. XF84. What's XF84? Dark iron. Guessing they screws. Dark iron. Cool. Okay, and then we've got knee pads. What's this? Fuel tank pad sheet. Interesting. We'll have a look at that now. We've got our winglets. It's going to be a lot of carbon fibre as well, I think, on this. It's going to be fun. I like doing carbon fibre. I'll get to the back. And there's info on applying decals. Lovely, lovely. Okay. Now we've got our decals. I always get scared while opening the decals, and they've got thingy-majiggies. Staples. Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, wow. So, some rins, decals. That's for the clutch. Okay. Lovely. 100th anniversary. Yep, all great. We've got some decals for screws and things. Oh, there we go. So we've got decals for the buttons. That's cool. Okay. We'll see how they go. Same with the Brembo. I like that we've got a tiny, tiny Brembo logo right there for our brake lever. I always end up doing like a little red dab, and it always ends up looking terrible. But yeah, that's cool. I like that. Decals look alright to me. They might be slightly thick, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes along. And then the main Suzuki. Right, okay, so these decals, are metallic, which is really cool. But are they going to match the paint we have? Hopefully they do. We'll see that later on down the line. But again, more sponsors and stuff. Excellent. And then in here, right, okay, that's cool. So, I've just moved all my bench around. I don't know what anything. So I don't want to peel that back because I will end up getting it stuck to the mask sheet or something, which is not ideal. So speaking of mask sheet, we have a mask sheet here and it is not pre-cut. So you're going to have to cut that yourself. So be very, very careful. New blade. And I'd suggest taking it bit by bit. These big curves, they can be quite daunting looking at them. But yeah, don't tense up. Keep yourself nice and loose, and just go bit by bit. These big curves, you can just go one. These straight lines are actually easier than the curves. But yeah, these little kind of, and just take them slowly. Leave them to last if you need to. I tend to like leaving just like a corner on the opposite sides uncut, just so you can do all the little fiddly bits, and then right to the end you can just go cut those, and then you've got your mask away. But yeah, either way, however you like doing it, it's up to you. Sponsor logos for the tires, Michelin logos, standard as you get with the bike kits. And this thing is quite interesting. It's like a thin kind of rubber. It looks pretty cool. And that just goes around the tank. Yeah, it's interesting. I've never seen that with a kit. Lovely stuff. I'm not going to put these away properly yet because I'm conscious of how long this is taking and how little space I've got left on the camera. I see the camera as my phone. I've got 5 minutes. Okay, next up we have the detail up parts front fork set. Not cheap. Just buying the kit. It's just buying the fork set and the paint for the kit works out to the same amount as the kit. But I'd always say the fork sets are worth it. You get quite a bit in this one too. So you've got some new actual forks, some styrene parts. These are going to be our stanchions by the looks of things. Not our stanchions, these bits up here, these are going to be carbon fibre, I believe. And the great thing, one of the main reasons I wanted this fork set was these pieces here are end caps for the exhaust, and then we've got some photoetch here for the exhaust. So we don't have to worry about any sanding or cutting or drilling. And then the other photoetch we've got these radiator guards, and then two little tiny meshes, which are going to be for the those little vents on the back. And more decals. These are just a little bit of carbon fibre, which are going to be on there. And then we've got some absolutely beautiful turned metal parts to make up the stanchions, the tops. These are for the reservoirs at the bottom of the forks. Yeah, these fork sets are always worth it in my opinion. They just add so much realism. And then we've got these two little bolts. I'm guessing these are adjusters for the suspension. And then we've got a yellow spring. I'm not certain if the spring on this bike is actually yellow. We'll have a look, and if not, we can paint it up. anyway, no problems. And then we've got some instructions. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, so those parts are carbon fibered. It's actually these parts actually screw on to the top. That's awesome. So you don't need any like poly caps or anything. Yeah, there we go. Got these. So these are actual kit parts, which for the fork, and then yeah, there we go. We've got the adjusters for down at the bottom. And tips out to the exhaust mesh, exactly what I would have suggested. Just shape it around the kit part. Excellent. And last but not least, something else we got. Oh, goodness. We have the colours. These are colour matched Suzuki colours from Zero Paints. Being Zero Paints, obviously we want to go careful with them, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting these down. Yeah, they do look quite nice. So yeah, just be careful. Thin layers. Build it up slowly. But yeah, they look good to me, and it looks like it could be a nice match for those decals. I've got a full size pot of the Suzuki Triton Blue in the garage because I was going to use it to paint my actual 1-1 Suzuki. But yeah, the pigments are going to be far too big for this. But yeah, there we go.